it's our third day of covering E3 news, and we're still going strong. With all the big conferences at the start, it's easy to lose track of what comes after. So let us help you out as we cover all the new details and announcements. And believe me, there are still plenty to go around, so be sure to check the ticker below for even more news. Thad Sasser, lead multiplayer designer at Visceral Games, gave out some details on just how Hardline's new reputation system works. In addition to earning cash and experience every match, you'll also gain reputation every session that gives players the opportunity to improve their loadout during a match. These perks can really help you out. As Sasser explained, there are X number levels of reputation, and during a session you can try to max out your reputation, but at the end of every match, your rep goes poof, and you'll have to start over again, so you better choose your perks wisely. Wondering what the status is of digital game pre-ordering and pre-purchasing for Xbox One? Well, Microsoft's Phil Spencer says it's still coming, so keep a lookout and you may see it in one of the monthly updates, coming to an Xbox One near you. You may be surprised to learn that the Master Chief Collection started with just one game. Phil Spencer said that it started with a "what could we do with a Halo 2 anniversary and would anybody care?" And people said they'd care, and it grew pretty quickly from there. Suddenly, boom, Master Chief Collection. You're welcome, am I right? Sony announced that the Order 1886 will launch on February 20th, 2015. If that wasn't enough, there are 3 collector's editions, 1 for Europe and 2 for the US. The $70 edition comes with a 7-inch statue and a host of goodies, while the whopping $150 edition has a 13-inch statue plus a replica of the Blackwater pendant and even more swag. Decisions. Sony also offered up new details on Bloodborne, which is indeed the spiritual successor to Demon's Souls. The game will transition from the passive block and attack combat to more active aggressive attacks. As for the story, the main character comes to this city looking for a magical remedy, only to find that everyone is afflicted by a terrible illness, and then things get really bloody. I think I'll stick with the pharmacy for my remedies. Following the announcement of Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, Naughty Dog has shared some clues about the story. Several years after his last adventure, retired fortune hunter Nathan Drake is forced back into the world of thieves. With the stakes much more personal, Drake embarks on a globe-trotting journey in pursuit of a historical conspiracy behind a fabled pirate treasure. His greatest adventure will test his physical limits, his resolve, and ultimately, what he's willing to sacrifice to save the ones he loves. Dun dun dun! And now we have Tim back at the War Room, about to unveil some Super Smash Bros. News that broke last night. Tim, take it away.
Thanks, Naomi. At a Q&A conference, Smash Bros. Director Masahiro Sakurai revealed yet another fighter to the game, Pac-Man. And I don't know if you guys saw my predictions video last week where I nailed all 3 characters revealed this year. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty cool about that, and I could talk about myself all day, but I want to talk about Pac-Man because Pac-Man is awesome and he's in the game. Back to you, Naomi.
Thank you, Tim. And before we go, let's check in with our very own social team all-star, Eric Martin.
Thanks, Naomi. If you couldn't tell, it's E3. There are video games, tech, developers, and I think there are more video games all over the LA Convention Center. Because we know how much you want to be here, we thought of the next best thing. All week, we were taking your requests for things you want to see on the show floor. Now, do you want us to find Square Enix and talk to them about Kingdom Hearts 3? Should we find Philip DeFranco and give him a big bear hug? Almost anything you want us to do, we'll do, but keyword almost. To send a request, just tweet at IGN, use hashtag E32014. Have a great E3, everyone. Back to you, Naomi.
Thanks, Eric. And that's your fix for our third day of E3. Be sure to keep yourself up to date with everything coming out of the convention by going to our hub at ign.com/E3. As always, I'm Naomi Kyle, and be sure to get your fix anytime online at IGN. Like today's episode of The Daily Fix? Make sure to subscribe to IGN News. We'll bring you updates on video games, movies, TV, and tech all day, every day. Subscribe at youtube.com/IGN News.